Ice road season's actually pretty short because, like, even though there's snow on the ground right now, it's not cold enough.
Do you think you know everything about ice road truckers Lisa Kelly? Think again. She wasn't just another trucker on the show. She was the first female driver who shattered stereotypes and became a fan favorite worldwide. Viewers saw her courage, her grit, and her determination to conquer the deadliest frozen highways. But what they didn't see were the hidden struggles, the personal battles, and the untold truths Lisa kept away from the cameras. In today's video, we'll uncover the side of Lisa Kelly that few people know, and reveal what she didn't want the world to see. Stay tuned, because this story might just change the way you remember her. Lisa Kelly, before ice road truckers. Before a child learns to walk, they must first crawl. In many ways, that's how Lisa Kelly's journey began. Long before the icy highways and the fame of ice road truckers, Lisa was just a small-town girl with big dreams and an unshakable love for the road. Her story started far from the frozen landscapes that would later define her, in the warmer, quieter setting of Grand Rapids, Michigan. Born on December 8, 1980, Lisa grew up surrounded by family, animals, and the simple routines of Midwestern living. Wide open spaces and freedom shaped her character. But her life took a sharp turn at the age of 6, when her family decided to leave Michigan behind and move to Sterling, Alaska. The shift to Alaska wasn't just a change of scenery, it was the foundation of her identity. Sterling was small, rugged, and isolated, tucked between forests and mountains. Here, Lisa learned to adapt quickly. Chores, hard work, and independence became her daily lessons. She discovered how to thrive in solitude, building a quiet confidence that would carry her far. Like many young people, she tried to follow a traditional path. Lisa enrolled at Cornerstone University in Michigan. But it didn't take long for her to realize that life behind a desk wasn't her calling. She dropped out, returned to Alaska, and chose the unpredictable open road instead. Her first driving job came as a school bus driver. For most, it seemed ordinary, but in Alaska's unforgiving winters, every trip demanded focus, courage, and calmness under pressure. It became her training ground for the challenges ahead. Off the clock, Lisa's adventurous spirit truly came alive. She took to motorcycles, raced in motocross, and embraced the adrenaline of speed and risk. Often the only woman on the track, Lisa never backed down. For her, racing wasn't just a thrill, it was preparation for a life that demanded both strength and fearlessness. Her path eventually led to Carlisle Transportation, one of Alaska's largest trucking companies. Starting with routine hauls, she quickly built a reputation for reliability, grit, and a willingness to take on any challenge. In a male-dominated field, Lisa Kelly stood out, not because she was different, but because she refused to be treated as less. So by the time Ice Road Truckers producers came searching for new talent, Lisa had already paid her dues. The fame may have made her a household name, but the truth is, her real story of persistence, sacrifice, and passion had been unfolding long before the cameras ever started rolling. The first female trucker on the show. Do you remember that unforgettable moment when Lisa Kelly first appeared on Ice Road Truckers? It was Season 3. There she stood, beside her massive rig, with quiet confidence and a no-nonsense stare that spoke louder than words. Viewers were already familiar with the tough, rugged men who ruled the ice roads. But suddenly, here was someone different, calm, collected, and fearless in her own unique way. But the real story isn't just about her arrival. It's about how she got there, and how one bold decision changed both her life and the show forever. By the time Ice Road Truckers producers began planning Season 3, they knew the series needed a new spark. The first 2 seasons had shown plenty of close calls, breakdowns, and terrifying drives over frozen lakes. Audiences loved it, but the producers wanted something more. A fresh face, a new perspective, and someone who could challenge long-held assumptions. Lisa Kelly fit that role perfectly. At the time, she had already earned her place, as a respected driver for Carlisle Transportation, one of Alaska's largest freight companies. Her record spoke for itself: dependable, disciplined, and capable of hauling loads through the most unforgiving terrain. Yet she was also different in a way that no one could ignore. She was one of the very few women out there doing this job for real. It was Carlisle who first put her name forward to the producers. And when they met Lisa, they immediately saw what made her stand out. She wasn't trying to prove anything to the cameras. She wasn't chasing fame. She was simply a trucker, ready to do her job. That authenticity was exactly what the show needed. When the season aired, viewers were instantly drawn to her. They admired her composure under pressure, her soft-spoken determination, and her ability to handle both the dangerous roads and the doubts of her male counterparts. For many fans, it was the very first time they had ever seen a woman in such a high-risk, high-stakes profession on television. Her presence shifted the entire energy of the show. Suddenly, Ice Road Truckers wasn't just about danger and survival. It was about breaking barriers. Women, young viewers, and even people far outside the trucking world tuned in because they saw something relatable in Lisa Kelly. She never tried to mimic her male colleagues or act tougher than she was. By staying true to herself, she proved a powerful truth. Real courage doesn't always roar. Sometimes it speaks quietly, through steady hands on a frozen steering wheel. Lisa Kelly's debut wasn't just a casting choice. It was a turning point for reality television. She showed women everywhere that even in the harshest, most male-dominated industries, strength, skill, and perseverance speak louder than stereotypes. The ice may have been frozen beneath her tires, but Lisa's future was just starting to catch fire. Psychological toll of the job. Have you ever wondered what really happens when the cameras stop rolling? For Lisa Kelly, Ice Road Truckers was never just a television show. It was her life, her job, and a daily test of both body and mind. Viewers saw the icy highways, the monstrous rigs, and the nail-biting close calls. But what they didn't see was the hidden cost Lisa carried with her every single day. Driving an 18-wheeler across frozen lakes and snow-covered cliffs may look thrilling on screen, but in reality, it is one of the most punishing jobs in the world. Lisa often spent 16-hour shifts behind the wheel in temperatures cold enough to freeze skin in minutes. There was no margin for error. One wrong move, one invisible patch of ice, and it could all end in tragedy. Her body was in a constant state of alert, muscles tense, eyes scanning the horizon, hands gripping the wheel as snowstorms swallowed the road ahead. Over time, the toll became undeniable. Lisa admitted that fatigue, aching joints, and sheer exhaustion were part of her routine. Unlike actors, truckers have no stand-ins. Everything you saw her do, she truly did, over and over again. Even when her body begged for rest, sleep was short, meals were quick, recovery time almost non-existent. Yet the physical grind was only half the battle. The mental strain cut even deeper. As the only woman on the show for several seasons, Lisa felt a constant pressure to prove herself. Every mistake would be magnified. Every hesitation could be misread as weakness. And with cameras rolling at all times, she not only hauled cargo, she hauled the weight of expectation. Then there was the isolation. Hours of driving in complete darkness, with nothing but the hum of the engine and the crunch of ice beneath her tires, often left Lisa wrestling with loneliness. In rare moments of honesty, she admitted there were days she questioned why she kept going. The fame, she said, was never the prize. It was the road itself, the challenge, the discipline, and the pride of surviving it that kept her moving forward. But even the strongest have limits. Eventually, Lisa stepped away. She explained she didn't need a break from trucking, but from the constant performance of being on. Years of pushing herself to the edge had left her drained, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. She needed time to rest, to heal, and to reconnect with life outside the spotlight. What makes Lisa's story so powerful isn't just the strength she showed on the ice roads, but the quiet resilience she revealed afterward, the courage to admit pain, to show vulnerability, and to keep going even when no one was watching. Lisa also spoke about another hidden burden, the way the show sometimes distorted reality. She explained how producers would exaggerate conflicts, splicing together comments to manufacture drama. A casual remark could be edited into the spark of a feud. Even more frustrating for her was how often the cameras leaned into her emotional reactions. Lisa never denied showing frustration or tears. She was human, after all, but she believed the edits reinforced old stereotypes, making her appear weaker or more fragile than her male colleagues. What the audience didn't always see was the bigger picture, that she matched the men load for load, mile for mile. Storm for storm. For Lisa, showing emotion never meant weakness. But what upset her was how those moments overshadowed her grit, her professionalism, and her accomplishments. The drama may have made good television, but it didn't always reflect the truth. And maybe that's the greatest lesson Lisa Kelly gave her fans. That true strength isn't just about conquering frozen highways. Sometimes it's about standing up for the truth, even when the world prefers the edited version. A little away time. Fans were surprised when Lisa Kelly did not appear in Season 6 of Ice Road Truckers. She had become one of the most popular and recognizable faces on the show. Her strength, skill, and determination inspired many people. So when the new season aired without her, many viewers wondered what had happened. Was she fired? Did something go wrong? The truth was more personal and more human than anyone expected. Lisa later explained her decision to step away from the show in interviews with Trucking Truth and Overdrive. She said she needed a break. After several intense seasons of driving on dangerous roads, while also being followed by camera crews, she felt drained. The pressure of constantly performing for the audience, combined with the real risks of ice road trucking, had taken a toll on her. She said she was exhausted both mentally and physically. Filming a reality TV show is not just about showing up and doing your job. For Lisa, it meant repeating scenes, being on camera during stressful moments, and having very little time to herself. She was not just a trucker, she had also become a public figure. People began to recognize her everywhere she went. That kind of attention was something she had never asked for. Lisa said in her interviews that fame was not something she chased. She liked to keep her life private and felt uncomfortable with how much people thought they knew about her. Her decision to take a break was not about quitting the job. It was about protecting her peace. Lisa had always loved driving. She enjoyed the freedom of being on the open road and tackling tough conditions. However, she also valued her mental health. According to her, taking a break helped her recharge and gave her a chance to reflect on what she really wanted. During her time away from the show, she continued to work in the trucking industry, but did so without the cameras and spotlight. Additionally, Lisa Kelly partnered with Big Road, a fleet management and electronic logging device company, to promote safer and smarter trucking practices across North America. As someone who spent years navigating extreme conditions, Lisa lent her voice and real-world experience to campaigns encouraging truckers to adopt better compliance tools and time management systems. Her role was more than just promotional. She actively shared how digital logs and technology could make long hauls easier, allowing drivers to stay safe, organized, and within regulations. The collaboration reflected her ongoing commitment to improving the trucking industry, even after leaving reality TV. Lisa also used the time to reconnect with her personal life. She enjoyed spending time with her husband, Travis, and taking care of their home in Alaska. She even rode horses, one of her favorite hobbies. In one interview, she mentioned that being away from the show helped her feel normal again. She could just be Lisa, not Lisa Kelly, the TV star. Her return to Ice Road Truckers in Season 7 was met with excitement. Fans missed her and were happy to see her back on screen. When asked why she decided to come back, Lisa replied that she didn't feel prepared yet. Lisa's time away from the show taught her an important lesson. Sometimes stepping back is the best way to move forward. By listening to herself and making the hard choice to walk away for a while, she was able to return even stronger. She reminded fans that taking care of your mind is just as important as being tough on the outside. Lisa's relationship with fellow truckers. On Ice Road Truckers, Lisa Kelly gained popularity among fans not only for her abilities, but also for her ability to compete in a world full of strong personalities. Many viewers were curious about her interactions with the other truckers, given that she was one of the few females on the show. Her relationship with drivers like Hugh Rowland and Daryl Ward gained popularity over the seasons. There were times when everyone worked together, and times when there were rumors of conflict behind the scenes. Lisa's presence was bold yet respectful. She was not there to show off or compete with anyone for the spotlight. She simply wanted to do her job well. In the beginning, some truckers doubted her abilities. This was not always said out loud, but it showed in their attitudes. Hugh Rowland, known for his gruff style, was tough to read. While he never openly insulted Lisa, there were moments when viewers felt he treated her differently. Still, Lisa never complained or caused drama. Instead, she let her driving speak for itself. As the seasons went on, Lisa earned respect. She was not trying to be anyone's favorite. She was focused on the work. Her calm nature helped diffuse tense situations. There were times when male drivers would raise their voices or act out of frustration, but Lisa often responded with silence or a simple smile. That kind of maturity gained her admiration. Even Hugh, who once seemed unsure about her, began to work more smoothly around her. Daryl Ward brought a different energy. He was competitive and outspoken, but also quick to acknowledge talent. Lisa and Daryl had several memorable scenes together. At first, some fans thought they might not get along. Daryl's strong opinions clashed with Lisa's quiet approach, but over time, their relationship turned into one of mutual understanding. They joked with each other and shared a few light-hearted moments on the ice. Lisa once said that Daryl reminded her of the kind of truckers she had worked with before the show. He could be loud, but he had a good heart. Off-camera, Lisa addressed the rumors of tension with grace. She told interviewers that being part of a reality show meant people only saw a small piece of the full story. Scenes were edited for drama, and sometimes those edits made simple disagreements look worse than they were. She admitted there were days when things got heated, but that is normal when you are dealing with stress, danger, and tight deadlines. Lisa also said that most of the drivers respected each other, even if they did not always agree. They were all professionals, and they understood the risks of the job. When someone got stuck or faced danger, rivalries were pushed aside. Safety always came first. That shared understanding created a bond between the drivers, even if they did not always show it on screen. She also responded to fan questions about whether the tension was real or staged. Lisa explained that nothing was scripted. The emotions, arguments, and laughter were all real, but editing could make things seem more dramatic than they felt in the moment. She asked fans to remember that reality TV is still a show. It is meant to keep people watching, not show every quiet moment of friendship or teamwork. By staying grounded, Lisa demonstrated that you don't have to fight for attention to earn respect. Her patience, focus, and quiet confidence made her stand out in a cast full of strong voices. Whether she was sharing a joke with Daryl or working through silence with Hugh, she stayed true to herself. That honesty was what made her so relatable and respected among her fellow truckers and her millions of fans around the world. What's next for Lisa Kelly? Long after the cameras stopped rolling on Ice Road Truckers, Lisa Kelly remained one of the most admired figures from the series. While many reality stars disappear once the spotlight fades, Lisa chose a different path. She stepped away from television, but she never stepped away from trucking. For her, it was never about fame. It was always a way of life. Today, Lisa still hauls freight across Alaska, navigating the punishing northern roads with the same grit viewers first saw on screen. On her social media, she shares glimpses of that journey: trucks, wild landscapes, and the animals she loves. Horses especially are her passion. Training, caring, and even competing with them shows a side of her fans rarely saw on TV. Away from the cameras, she lives quietly in Alaska with her husband, Travis Kelly, enjoying rural peace and keeping her private life out of the tabloids. And yet, she hasn't disappeared from the trucking world. In events like the 2025 Reno Expo, Lisa continues to inspire new drivers and champion women in the industry. Her message is simple: strength doesn't always have to be loud. Sometimes it's steady, humble, and true. And that's exactly why her story still resonates. Lisa Kelly's journey proves that real strength isn't about chasing fame. It's about staying true to who you are. What do you think about the path she's chosen? Drop your thoughts in the comments. We'd love to hear from you. And if stories like this inspire you, make sure to subscribe and join us again for the next journey on the road.